Luffy was a young boy with eyes as bright as the ocean he loved, always sparkling with curiosity. He lived in a small coastal town, its shores kissed by gentle waves and the scent of salt in the air. Luffy was known for his playful spirit and infectious laughter, but a shadow had recently fallen over him. He had lost his parents to the unforgiving sea, leaving him orphaned and feeling utterly alone. The once vibrant colors of his world seemed to fade, replaced by a dull ache in his chest and a sense of emptiness. The sea, once a source of joy, now served as a constant reminder of his profound loss. He found himself drawn to the shore, hoping to find solace in the rhythmic lull of the waves and the whispers of the wind. The small seaside town was more than just a collection of houses. It was a tight-knit community. The townsfolk were simple, hard-working people who lived by the rhythm of the sea. They were bound by an unspoken understanding, a shared history etched into the very fabric of their lives. The heart of the town was its pier. This was where fishermen mended their nets, sharing stories and laughter. This was where children ran carefree, their voices echoing with the cries of gulls. And this was where Luffy, lost in his grief, sought refuge. The townsfolk, aware of Luffy's pain, offered him kindness and support. They shared their meals, told him stories of his parents, and tried to fill the void left in his young life. However, it was three elderly men, fixtures on the pier, who would truly impact Luffy's journey. Bast, Manglio, and Gino were the town's unofficial guardians, their wisdom as vast as the ocean they had known all their lives. Bast, the eldest, was a weathered fisherman with eyes that mirrored the depths of the sea. He spoke little but carried himself with a quiet strength that drew people to him. Manglio, with his cheerful disposition and twinkling eyes, was the town's storyteller and musician. His songs, filled with the lore of the sea and the resilience of its people, had a way of soothing even the most troubled souls. Gino, the quietest of the three, was a skilled artisan who carved intricate figures from driftwood. His creations, imbued with a sense of peace and serenity, were prized possessions in many homes. These three men, each with his unique perspective and life experience, became Luffy's mentors, guiding him through the turbulent waters of grief and toward the shores of healing.
The sea is like life. It can be calm one moment and stormy the next. You have to learn to ride the waves, Luffy, to adjust your sails and find your balance.
Bast, the stoic fisherman, was the first to approach Luffy. He didn't offer empty words of comfort. Instead, he invited Luffy to join him on his fishing trips. Out on the open water, surrounded by the vastness of the sea, Bast taught Luffy the art of patience, the respect for nature's power, and the importance of perseverance.
I learned to read the subtle signs of the sea, to anticipate the changing winds, and to navigate my small boat through challenging currents.
Through these lessons, Bast subtly instilled in Luffy the importance of facing life's challenges head-on, of finding strength within himself to weather any storm. Manglio, the ever-optimistic storyteller, took a different approach. He would often invite Luffy to sit with him on the pier as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. He would strum his well-worn guitar, filling the air with melodies that spoke of hope, courage, and the indomitable spirit of their people.
Life is like a song, Luffy. It has its high notes and low notes, moments of joy and moments of sorrow. But it's the melody as a whole that matters, the way you string those notes together to create something beautiful.
Manglio's music became a lifeline for Luffy. His songs reminded him that even in the darkest of times there was always hope. They taught him that grief and joy could coexist, that it was possible to carry the memory of his parents in his heart while still embracing the beauty of life. Gino, the quiet artisan, communicated his wisdom through his craft. His hands, weathered by years of dedication, spoke volumes without uttering a single word. He invited Luffy to his workshop, a sanctuary of creativity and learning, a small shack filled with the scent of cedar and sandalwood. The air was thick with the aroma of wood, a comforting embrace for the senses. Surrounded by tools and half-finished carvings, each piece telling its own story, Gino taught Luffy the art of patience, the joy of creation, and the importance of every small detail, and the beauty of finding peace within. The rhythmic motion of carving became a meditation, a way to quiet the mind.
When you carve wood, Luffy, you're not forcing it into a shape. You're collaborating with it. You're listening to its grain, respecting its natural form, understanding its unique character, and helping it become its best self. It's a partnership, a dance between the carver and the wood. Grief is like that too. It's not something you can force away. You have to listen to it, acknowledge it, let it speak to you, and let it shape you without letting it break you. It's about finding strength in vulnerability.
Under Gino's patient guidance, Luffy discovered the therapeutic power of creation. Each stroke of the chisel was a step towards healing. As he carved, he found a way to channel his grief, to give it form and purpose, to transform his pain into something tangible, something beautiful. The raw wood became a canvas for his emotions. He learned that acceptance wasn't about forgetting, but about learning to live with his loss, to integrate it into his being, to carry it with him as part of who he was. The carved wood was a testament to his journey, a symbol of his resilience and growth. As Luffy grew older, he carried the wisdom of the three old men with him. He was no longer the lost, grieving boy he once was. He had learned to navigate the choppy waters of his emotions, to find strength in adversity, and to appreciate the beauty that still existed in the world. However, there were times when Luffy felt torn.
Beast's lessons urged him to be strong, to face challenges head-on. Manglio's songs encouraged him to find joy, to embrace life's ups and downs. And Gino's teachings emphasized acceptance, to find peace within himself.
Luffy struggled to reconcile these seemingly contradictory pieces of advice. He wondered if he could be strong and still allow himself to feel the full weight of his grief. He questioned if embracing joy meant diminishing the memory of his parents. He grappled with the idea of acceptance, fearing that it equated to forgetting. One day, as Luffy sat by the shore, lost in thought, a realization washed over him as gently as the waves lapping at his feet. The rhythmic sound of the ocean seemed to whisper secrets of the universe, guiding him towards a deeper understanding. He realized that the three old men's teachings weren't contradictory. They were complementary. Each lesson, though different in its approach, was a piece of a larger puzzle that formed a complete picture of wisdom and resilience. They were like the 3 points of a triangle, each essential in providing support and balance. Without one, the structure would falter, but together, they created a strong and stable foundation. Beast's lessons had given him the strength to face his grief, to weather the storms of life. He learned that resilience wasn't about being unbreakable, but about bending without breaking, standing firm in the face of adversity. Manglio's songs had taught him to find joy in the midst of sorrow, to see the beauty that still existed in the world. Through music, he discovered that even in the darkest times, there were moments of light and happiness to be cherished. And Gino's wisdom had shown him the importance of acceptance, of making peace with his loss and allowing it to shape him without breaking him. Acceptance wasn't about giving up. It was about acknowledging reality and finding a way to move forward. It was the combination of these teachings, the understanding that he could be strong and vulnerable, joyful and grieving, accepting without forgetting, that brought Luffy true peace. He realized that these seemingly opposing forces could coexist within him, creating a harmonious balance. He realized that life wasn't about choosing one path over another. It was about embracing the entirety of his experience, the good and the bad, the joy and the sorrow. Each moment, each emotion was a vital part of his journey, shaping him into a more complete and understanding person. Years passed, and Luffy blossomed into a fine young man, standing tall and proud, ready to face the world with a confident smile. He carried the lessons of the three old men in his heart, their wisdom woven into the fabric of his being. Each memory, each piece of advice became a guiding light in his journey. He became known for his resilience, his ability to face challenges with a calm determination. No matter how tough the situation, Luffy stood firm, his spirit unbroken and his resolve unwavering. He had a kind heart, always ready to offer a helping hand or a word of encouragement. His kindness was a beacon of hope for those around him, a reminder that compassion still existed in the world. And he possessed a quiet strength, a deep well of empathy and understanding that drew people to him. His empathetic nature made him a confidant, a friend and a leader in his community. Luffy never left his hometown. The small village, with its familiar faces and serene landscapes, was where he felt most at home. He became a fisherman, just like Beast, braving the sea with courage and respect. The ocean's vastness was both a challenge and a comfort, a place where he could find peace and purpose. He found solace in music, just like Manglio, his songs filled with the stories of his people and the lessons he had learned. Music became his refuge, a way to express his deepest emotions and connect with others. And he discovered a passion for woodworking, just like Gino, his creations imbued with a sense of peace and serenity. Each piece he crafted was a testament to his patience and skill, a reflection of his inner tranquility. Luffy lived a fulfilling life, one filled with purpose and meaning. Every day was a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to give back to the community that had given him so much. He married his childhood sweetheart, and they had children of their own. Together they built a life filled with love, laughter, and shared dreams. He became a pillar of the community, respected for his wisdom, admired for his strength, and loved for his kind heart. His legacy was one of compassion, resilience, and unwavering dedication to those he held dear. As Luffy grew older, his hair turned silver, and his face became etched with the lines of a life well lived. He became the town's elder, a source of wisdom and guidance for the younger generation. He would often share the stories of Based, Manglio, and Gino, ensuring that their teachings lived on. And so, the legacy of the three old men continued, passed down from one generation to the next, a testament to the power of mentorship, the importance of finding one's own path, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Luffy's life, a tapestry woven with threads of grief, love, and wisdom, served as a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that even in the face of adversity, it was possible to find joy, meaning, and a deep sense of peace.